Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio. Today we have Crimson Fists versus Khorne Daemons and Friend. Not friends, there's just one friend today.
What more friends do you need?
No, the mighty Bel'akor himself.
The first prince.
The first prince, yes, exactly. So, I'm back on the tabletop with my Crimson Fists. Which a lot of people have been asking for.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
No one asked for Crimson Fists.
You're just scared that the Crimson Fists are back.
Who'd be scared of them?
I actually haven't been playing them a lot, and it's just because the Fists aren't as good as what they before. They're in a bad place. Especially, I think they're probably the worst chapter in the Space Marines.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah,
worst chapter.
But then, obviously, Chris is back here. He's painted some new units. Be'lakor's back as well, which is a boss in the battlefield. So I said, look, let's bring them out and let's have a proper grudge match again. We are playing Abandoned Sanctuaries. So one, again, of the new missions in the chapter approved 2022. We are playing on this beautiful battlefield. We've got a desert-themed battlefield for you for today. A lot of line of sight obscuring cover. A lot of obscuring cover from the more than 5-inch tall ruins. And then we've got some crates and craters to build in the atmosphere that we all want to see. And there we have it. With that said, we're going to move on to lists coming up next.
So for the Khorne Demon and Super Friend today.
Super Friend.
Super Friend.
He is a super
He is
friend.
super. I'm bringing 2 patrols.
Okay.
As usual, I'm going to mix it all in. Basically, I've got 4 characters, 2 troops, and enough to fill out the rest of the slots.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to mix it all in. Let's start with the Warlord.
Okay.
The Bloodthirst of Insensate Rage. So he's an absolute weapon.
Yes.
So
I don't want him to be close to me. The
No.
further away from me he is, the better.
Yeah. Warlord trait, he has Oblivious to Pain,
Okay.
which is a 6-up feeling of pain, and if I make one, then I get 4 rerolls to hit and wound till the end of my next turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's lovely when people overwatch against him.
Yeah.
Because I go, thanks for the rerolls.
Thanks for my rerolls.
Yeah. I've also given him the Arm of Scorn relic,
Okay.
which gives a 4-up feel no pain. Allows him to deny a power as well, but obviously you don't have any psychers.
I don't have any psychers. I was about to bring a psyker actually, but
Yeah.
then I didn't.
Then you realise the might of Khorne.
Exactly. I don't want to be constantly being denied, so I said like, no, I'll leave him on the shelf.
Second command, I've got Bloodthirst of Unfettered Fury.
Okay.
So I've spent a CP on him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've spent CP on both of them actually, make him Exalted.
Yeah.
Which I'll roll pre-game for.
Extra perks, right?
Yeah. So there's no bad Khorne ones, so I always just roll for them.
Okay.
So I've, like I said, spent a CP to give him Grimmack the Destroyer relic,
Okay.
which changes his axe for the Grimmack the Destroyer relic.
Is this the one that the Bloodthirster comes out?
Yeah,
on
so
the-
basically when he dies, in a 4+, he gets back up again with D6 wounds left.
Okay.
And the Exalted ability of double the wounds for the profile.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
also means his axe is minimum of damage 3. So
My Gravis armor is not liking that. My Gravis
No.
armor is not liking that.
got Bel'akor, as we mentioned. He's actually gone up 20 points.
I know,
in the new
but
book.
he's worth those 20 points.
He's still worth 3
because he is very tough and
Yeah.
hits like a tank.
Yeah. I love him. He gives the extra punch this army needs and survivability.
Yeah. Yeah. Khorne is not in a good place. Same as the Crimson Fist for the Marines.
Yeah.
Khorne is probably the one that needs the most help compared to the other what are they called?
The other demonic allegiances.
There we go. There you have it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the ones that probably need it the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree. I'm okay for him to bring Bel'akor.
Yeah. For Psychic Powers,
Yep.
he's got Pool of Despair,
Okay.
which has 3 different abilities. I can make you fight last, I can stop you doing actions, I can shut down auras.
Nice.
And he's got Prenumbral Curse,
Okay.
which means you're -1 to wound in combat and -1 AP. The AP doesn't matter against this
Yeah.
army.
This the fight
Yeah.
last. That's really
The
good.
fight last is good, the -1 to wound as well in
Yeah.
combat.
Exactly.
So, my 4th character, and a brand new one for me,
Yay.
is the Skullmaster.
Yeah.
So basically he's a herald on a...
Metal
the
juggernauts.
The Juggernaut is actually metal.
Yeah.
No, I've taken... That's the guy off the Skull Throne.
Yeah, one of
So,
those.
and basically stuck him on top.
Really
so-
cool idea.
Yeah, it works. And it's better than buying the Farcast one.
It is, for
So,
sure.
Yeah. So he's not bad. He gives +1 strength to Khorne Demons within 6 inches.
Okay,
So if he's near these guys, they're all of a sudden strength 8.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
perfect.
So yeah. Troops. 2 identical units of Bloodletters.
Okay.
Full command in each, so that's Banner and the Musician and Champion. Just units of 10.
Standard.
Yeah. I need more, but
You do need more.
I just don't want to paint them.
I know.
It's
There's
just
so many bodies.
Yeah, exactly. I got 20 more home, so I'll get around to them eventually. Fast attack. I have a unit of 5 Fleshhounds.
Okay.
So they're useful for deny. Obviously, you don't have any Psychers this time. But then not half bad in combat.
Yeah, they move fast, right? They move fast. They can get onto objectives.
They're the only thing that can advance and charge in this army and get a turn 1 charge.
Yeah. It's not bad to have. At least 1 unit.
Yeah, but they're expensive.
I know.
It's like 80 points, I think, for those 5.
Yeah.
Elite choices. Some more new bodies.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 units, a unit of 5 and a unit of 4 Blood Crushers.
Perfect.
So both again full command.
Yeah.
So I've
Trumpet
upgraded.
and banner.
Yep, upgraded both with the relic banner as well, the stratagem.
Okay.
So once per game they can do a 3d6 charge.
Nice.
So
Nice. I love the models. The models are probably one of my favorite demon models. They just look too chunky and tough, but they're not.
No,
they're not.
They're not.
Toughness 4 on that model is just crazy to hear. Yeah.
The thing is, it's toughness 3 of the bloodletter plus 1 for the.
Yeah, same as what bikes, but the bloodletter should be toughness 4, and that should be toughness 5. But nothing we can do.
Heavy sports.
Yeah.
2 skull cannons.
Okay.
I love them. They're cheap, but they're not that good.
Yeah. At least you get some firepower in the back. So
exactly, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
And
Last
a good old soul grinder.
Soul grinder.
So he's got his flame bombardment. He's got his harvester cannon. Again, this is some more high output.
Yeah.
He's got warp sword as well.
Yeah, both in shooting and combat. He's got a bit of both, really.
Yeah, that was what hurt him in previous editions a lot.
Yeah.
Was the fact you wanted him to get up the field to get into combat.
Yeah.
But then he was -1 to hit with his weapons.
Exactly. Now he doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It's made a big improvement.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
that's my list. 1995 points, I believe.
Okay, I think I'm winning. I think I'm 2,000 points on the nose.
It's not good.
Anyway, let's go on to the Crimson Fists for today. So I'm running a battalion for today. 2 HQs. I'll start off with obviously the man himself, Pedro Kantor. Beautiful conversion, as you've already seen. Yeah, he's not my warlord for today, sadly. I feel ashamed, but not a lot, because leading the army for today is Chaplain, Arturo, which is named after my dad. So my dad's leading the army for today, which is pretty cool. So he's got a lot of things. He's got Catechism of Fire. He's got Mantra of Strength. He's been upgraded to have Master of Sanctity, so he can do two litanies. Two litanies.
Recite 2 litanies.
Recite 2 litanies in turn. There we go. Get it in the end. And he's also got some upgrades on him. So he's got 2 warlord traits. He's got the Imperium sword, and he's got Indomitable, which is a specific Imperial fist one, which grants him basically transhuman constantly. So he's a bit of a tank. He's got 7 wounds as well. So he's tanky and hits very, very hard. I've also paid for Benediction of Fury, so a relic on his Crozius. So basically this guy can get up to strength 8. He can have 7 or 8 attacks, damage 4, mortal wounds on 6s. He is a wrecking ball, and I hope to see him wreck something on this side. So that is the HQs for today. We've got 3 units of troops, 3 basic intercessor squads, no upgrades on them, no upgrades on the sergeants, just standard rapid fire guns on them. A proper Crimson Fist, how a proper Crimson Fist would do. Yeah. Just hoping for a lot of exploding 6s on those bolter weapons. We move on to fast attack here on the left, which will be accompanying the Chaplain. We've got 2 units of Outriders. So I did want to change up the list a bit. I wanted to bring some units that I hadn't been bringing in a long time. These are one of them that had been sitting on the shelf for a long time. Again, pointing wise, I think they're a bit too much. But with the bolter discipline, where they explode on 6s, always have 4 shots, they can do some good work. So 2 units of 3 of those. Again, no upgrades because you can't have any. Elite choices, we have a unit of 5 aggressors. Again, a long time I haven't played with aggressors. And again, Crimson Fist, Imperial Fist, exploding 6s, they are great for that. Yeah. And they also punch. So I can shoot, I can punch. Why not bring them to fight some demons? And moving on to more elites, we've got 2 Relic Contemptor Dreadnoughts. This is the core of the army. This is where it matters. I think this is what's going to be the core of the army throughout the battle. A lot of points invested on them, a lot of upgrades on them. Each one is equipped with a Volkite Cauldron, a twin las cannon, and the missiles on the top. So a lot of shots coming from them, especially with the super doctrine for the Crimson Fist and Imperial Fist, where my las cannons and my missiles on turn 1 will be granted an extra damage against vehicles. I think that...
One.
Oh, on the chariots and on the vehicles.
No, the chariots.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, a lot of shots coming up for them. Moving on to another elite choice, we've got Leviathan Garcia. He's got the flamers, he's got the 2 storm cannons, and this is probably something I bring all the time. 16 shots, high damage, high resistance as well. Why not bring him again? Moving on to heavy slots, we've got a unit of eliminators with las fusils. So damage 3 weaponry, again against them. And turn 1 they are great. They go up to damage 4 against vehicles. Hitting on 2s, Phobos armor, so you've got guerrilla tactics in play for if you want to move them off the battlefield. And lastly, you don't leave home without them, a unit of eradicators, which will be eradicating hopefully some of these big monsters on this side. So yeah.
Do you have any missiles on the Leviathan?
1 missile, because I had the points for it, so I did it.
That's the last 5 points, is it?
5 points. That's I had 1995, and then 5 points.
Can I put a missile on something?
No, you haven't. You do have points, but you can't put missiles. So nothing here has. Sorry, the Chaplain on bike has gone up 10 points, and the Volkites have gone up an extra 10 points each. So yeah. Apart from that, I don't think anything else has changed. I'm quite sure of it. Demons, did anything change?
So Bel'akor went up.
Yep.
And I think that's about it.
I think demons stayed more or less the same, didn't they?
I think Flesh Hounds went down actually a bit.
Okay.
So they needed it.
Anyway.
They're still expensive.
I know. So that is it. That is the lists for today. Coming up next, we'll go through our secondaries. Okay, 4 secondaries for today. The Crimson Fists will be taking Oath of Moment. They will be taking Assassination. A lot of things to assassinate, a lot of characters. And lastly, I've gone for Retrieve Knockment data. So the new Retrieve Octeris data, basically. And that's my 3 secondaries. What have you gone for?
I've gone for Stranglehold.
Okay.
Because I want to get across the board, hold all the objectives.
Yeah.
I've gone for Assassination.
Okay.
Just because I couldn't find any better ones to take.
I know. We did think long and hard. We've got the Demons one, which just doesn't do it. What's the name of it?
Especially against Marines. It's a Malefic Terra. It's basically it does. You get a point if someone runs away.
Yes.
And a point if you roll higher. If you destroy a unit, and roll higher than leadership.
It's not only destroying a unit, which would be pretty good. It's also having to roll after that. And Marines are quite high in leadership, so
exactly. You're not going to be running away, and
no, exactly.
I doubt I'll be passing that test every time. So
yeah. And what's the third one going for?
The third one is Grind Them Down.
Okay.
I want to kill.
Fair enough. Yeah, you do have some big units as well, so hopefully if you get stuck in, my units will start crumbling away.
I hope so.
Anyway, there we have it. That's the lists. You've seen the battlefield. On to war we go.
It is an endless task. We take up the mantle of the Imperium's defenders against a crushing darkness. We endure under the weight of scores of adversaries from outside our borders and within, and yet none are more insidious and without end than the demon. The Emperor bestows his responsibility to his Astartes, for it is only by our vigilance that his enemies are kept at bay. The roiling tide that is the warp beyond the veil of our reality is but a tear away from flooding our galaxy with the manifestations of nightmares. Yet the Sons of Dawn stare back into that void, unbound and undaunted. The Crimson Fists know that no matter the cost, our duty is to that endless task, to banish the demon back to the warp, and we shall do so for an eternity.
And here we go! Both armies now fully deployed and ready for war. Blood for the Blood God! Khorne Daemons with Bel'akor as a...
He's a Khorne Demon.
Yes, true, he is. As a friend coming into battle against the mighty Crimson Fists, which I'm quite sad because I haven't played them in quite a long time. A lot of people have been telling me to play them, and yeah, they're back on the table. And I've got my lucky Primaris-sized toy. I don't remember the make of it, but yeah. And yeah, so cool. Look, it's painted up as a Crimson Fist. It was my Christmas present from Benji and DC.
You do know they ordered that for you for Christmas last year, and it took Benji the entire year to paint it.
Okay, but
That's
look,
why it took so
at
long.
least he got it for Christmas. So it's really cool. And he's here to give me some luck. So,
You need it.
with that said, what mission are we playing?
We are playing Abandoned Sanctuaries.
Abandoned Sanctuaries. 5 objectives on the table. We've got 1 in the middle here, and we've got basically 1 on every corner. So 2 in No Man's Land, 1 already on each of our deployments, which is Dawn of War, and we have already deployed. Before we go into deployment, I'm quickly going to check out what these terrain pieces are. So obviously everything is ruins, as you can see. We've got crates, we've got craters. Craters basically light cover, -2 to charges and movement, unless you have flight. And the only obscuring ruins, which are more than 5 inches high, are this one, and the 2 on Chris's side. That's why he chose that side when you run the first roll of cheeky little thing. So quickly, I'm going to go for my deployment first, and then we'll move on to the Khorne Daemons on the other side. So on this side, we've got the 2 units of Outrider bikes. We've got my Warlord for today, the Chaplain, Primaris Chaplain on bike on this side, flanking. The only problem is that he placed Bel'akor on the other side there. And I'm quite regretting it at the moment. We've got the big unit of aggressors just behind this ruin. Little castle going here with the 2 contemptors, the eradicators, and Pedro Kantor himself. And then on this left flank, we've got the Leviathan, Mr. Garcia there. We've got 1 unit of intercessors and the unit of eliminators with the Las Fusils at the top. In reserve, I have 2 units of intercessors, just because I do have retrieve Nochmund data. So I will be coming in and trying to grab those tasty points on that side. And that is it, basically. That is my list and my deployment for today. Let's go on to the demon side. So, like we stated at the beginning, if you missed the introduction,
Naughty.
he has painted up some new units, so this is why we're playing the Khorne Daemons for today. So, starting on this flank,
We got 5 Blood Crushers.
Yep.
And the new models are the Blood Taker,
the metal,
Skull Taker.
the metal Skull Taker. It's not Skull Taker.
No, that's Skull Taker is the other.
Yeah. Anyway, the Herald on Skull Crusher.
Yeah. Skull Cannon.
Yep.
Warlord Bloodthirster.
Mm-hmm.
Flesh Hounds in there, which will run up and grab an objective.
Yeah, making the good use of the shade.
Yep. Bloodletters there, which move on to my objective.
Obviously.
The Bloodthirster. Then the Soul Grinder, Bel'akor, Skull Cannon, more Blood
And
Crushers.
that's a unit of 4, right?
Unit 4. Yeah.
Okay, because the minimum is 3, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so you need to paint more up,
yeah, I do.
basically. Okay.
And in reserve, I've got, coming from the wall, a unit of Bloodletters.
Letters, which you have to pay for, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
1 CP. So.
Okay, so now it's down to the first roll off of the game. I'm obviously using my tasty rainbow dice, which everybody loves and enjoys. And just want to point out, I've just remembered, because I have mentioned the dice, we do have the objectives back in stock, which a lot of people have been waiting for. We have got a big order have come in, so hopefully they don't go out very fast and everybody gets one. Everybody that wants one will get one. So check out smbarryports.com store and you'll find them on there. So, do you want to go first? No, right? Yes, because if not, I get 2 turns of shooting, right?
True, yeah.
Because nothing can basically charge me turn 1 apart from the hounds, you said. So that will give me 2 turns of shooting, which I'm happy about, but you will not.
Yeah, so I want first turn to move
you
up,
want
get
first turn.
Stranglehold as well.
Exactly. So I'll let you roll off first.
Rolling Glass Hammer Gaming dice today. Need the luck.
Whoa. That's a 3. Okay,
Not
not bad.
bad.
Okay, Rainbow Dice is a 5.
Yeah.
They never let me down. So that is Crimson Fists going turn 1 for Dawn, for Pedro Kantor, for the Emperor. Okay, we are now back. Movement over for the Crimson Fists. I've gone for it on this side. I've been very aggressive on this side. I have been very defensive on this side. But yeah, it is what it is. I need to go on to objectives, need to start getting points, because this is what actually loses me games. When I lose, I just don't get enough primary points, so I really need to go and try my best to hold those very important primary points. Obviously, I can't reach this one right now. That is what it is. So, the bikes have moved up. Now we're advancing them. They've just moved. They will be in line of in range to fire all their 4 shots each onto Bel'akor. I've advanced up with the aggressors, and then I'll slowly move up onto the central objective. My 2 dreadnoughts have shuffled up, my eliminators have shuffled up, and Pedro Kantor also shuffling up. We've got Garcia here, Leviathan Garcia, also moving up, and get line of sight onto the Bloodthirster, because that actually is not obscuring. So not much Chris could do. They are doing a retrieve national data, and they've stayed put. In the command phase, I've given Chapter Master rerolls to this Dreadnought, who will be using Tank Hunters to get a +1 to wound. I just want to mention that. It is in the shooting phase, but I'll just mention it now. And then, what else has happened? In the shooting phase, I will also use Slay the Tyrant on the front unit to get +1 to hit against character models. And then I've used a further CP for Wisdom of the Ancient to reroll 1s to wound on everything surrounding this model, basically. So that is it. That is all my movement. We are quickly going to go into litanies. So I'm going to give Mantra of Strength first onto him. So 3 up is a pass, and also giving them Catechism of Fire, which grants them a extra +1 to wounds on shooting. So 3 up, that is a fail. I can't sadly reroll that, so that finishes off.
That's good for me.
It is for you, because I'm wounding on 6s now.
Yeah.
And that is it for me. It's going to shooting coming up next. Okay, starting off the shooting phase, we've got the Eliminators at top of this ruin, firing onto the Bloodthirster, as I stated before. So these guys actually hit on 2s. So
they're shooting like this.
That is not.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah,
it is
trees.
Trees. Yeah. So 1 miss. Do I reroll this already? Get a bit cheeky here. I will. So that's 3 hits, and then wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. They are heavy, so it's straight onto your inbound save.
Well, he's got 2 up armor save this one, but
okay.
So 4 up invulnerable save.
Do you want to? These are damage 3 each.
I think I need to.
Okay. So 1 reroll. Looking for 5 up.
Nope.
Okay, it's a fail. So 9 damage. That's a good start for me, isn't it?
We'll see how this game's
You
going.
also spent a CP off Hammer. What was it for? To give an extra
2 CP for Warp Surge on him.
on the Soul Grinder.
Yeah,
I remember you chose that. So this has Feel No Pain?
Yeah.
6 ups, right?
6 ups. I made 1.
1. So 8 wounds done already on him. Quite crazy. Okay, next up, we're going to move on to the central castle here. We're going to start with the Chapter Mastered Contemptor, and we're going to go into your Soul Grinder, because I can't see Bel'akor. Because obviously the whole area of that ruin is obscuring, and obviously I can't see the wings of that because it is obscuring as well. So we're going to start off with the Volkites first. So that is 4 and 4, 8 shots, and this was the Chapter Mastered one. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling, all hits, and then I am plus strength is 6, but I get +1 to wounds because of Tank Hunters.
Cool,
so 4's 2 wounds.
I'm talking 7.
Yeah. Re-rolling 1s. Oh, Chris, I got 4 mortal wounds.
Excellent.
And I've got 6 wounds at -1. So don't fail these. Okay, so -1.
So 4s.
Okay, pass 3, fail 3, that's 6 damage.
Plus the 4 mortal wounds.
Plus the 4 mortal. No, sorry. Yes, because I don't get the Imperial Fist Super Doctrine because they are strength 6. I need to be strength 7 to get that. I would have got it before. They would have been damage free, but then this is why no one's running Volkites and Crimson Fist.
So he's down to 4 wounds already.
4 wounds because I've done 6. I missed that.
6 plus 4 more.
6 plus 4, so I've done 10 damage already. Okay, can't complain.
That's
okay.
The last cannon.
Yeah, and the missiles as well. So we're gonna do the missiles. We're gonna leave the last cannons for last. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of Chapter Master. And then Strength 8, so 2 wounds. That's 2 wounds. -3 this turn. 4 ups.
4 ups. Nope, they're supposed to go through.
Both go through.
Well, that's minimum damage is 2 apiece.
2 apiece, so he's dead. And you can't re-roll.
Nope. He doesn't blow up.
Doesn't blow up. Okay, so that's the first unit removed. Obviously, the las cannons were going to go into him. And now the only problem is that this Contemptor can't actually see anything. I'm just going to make double sure, and I'll catch you back in a second. Okay, we're back. Next up, we're going to go into Garcia. Leviathan Garcia. He's firing through these corridors into the wings of the Bloodthirster. We're going to start with the Storm Cannons. He is hitting on 3s. And he's not re-rolling anything. So 2 misses, not bad at all. And these are Strength 7 to your Toughness of 7.
Yep.
So I'm wounding on 4s. Okay, so remove these, remove these. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds at -2 this turn. Don't fail these, they're damage 2.
So, fine. 4 ups again.
Not bad.
That's not bad. So 3 go through.
So that's 6 damage.
Come on. Yeah, make
Plus 1, so he is down to
3.
3 left. Okay, lastly, we're going to go with his only missile upgrade, which I paid for. Hitting on 3s, that is a hit. Wounding on 3s.
It's a wound.
It is a wound?
You got 5.
Okay.
I mean, no, it's a 1.
That is a save. Okay, so he does survive for now. Nothing else I can shoot on this side. It's just onto the bikes. I'm going to prepare some dice, and we'll catch you back in a second. Okay, we're going to go into the first bike at the front. These are hitting on 3s, back to 3s, right? Because they get +1 to hits. So
yes,
-1, right?
-1
to Bel'akor. So hitting back on 3s. Exploding on 6s, no 6s. Yay. And wounding on 6s. 1 wound. -1.
Doesn't matter. 4 up him up safe.
That is a wound. He bleeds. Okay, next bike units. Again, hitting on 4s this time. No rerolls. But I do explode on 1 of those 6s. And no wounds. Okay, so 4 shots now from the Chaplain. He normally hits on 2s, so he will be hitting on 3s. That's 4 hits, no 6s again. And 6s to wound. No wounds.
I thought that's about how that one would go.
That's not nice at all. So I can have a,
bad.
yeah, I know. I can have a cheeky charge. I need a 10, but I don't want to charge because I'm not crazy. Now, actually, the problem is that do you get a -1 damage in combat as well?
What, -1 to wound?
-1 to wound? Okay, it's just to shoot, but you do get the -1 to
I
hit.
still get the -1 to hit.
Okay, so I've got a lot of attacks. I can think of a couple of wounds, which is maybe good, and then basically die. I'm still holding the objective in the middle. No, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, because basically, you charge forward. If you make it, I'm going to kill you basically,
Yes,
unless something
And
really
then
bad
there's no
happens.
screen
And
to...
then go 12, and then I'll kill your Chaplain.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm happy. 2 units down, 1 unit down, important unit down, and another one slightly down. But yeah, let's go on to Chaos Demons. Turn 1. Movement now over for the Khorne Daemons and Bel'akor. A lot of moving up the field, as we know, obviously, proper Khorne tactics.
Yeah.
But the advanced rolls weren't as good as he wanted them to
No,
be.
not at all.
So the 3 units here have moved up. We've got the
Blood Crushers?
Blood Crushers moving through these narrow corridors. We've got Bel'akor moving up. We've got the Skull Cannon moving to get range onto some shooting. The Blood Letters have moved up. Are they on the objective?
Yep, just
they
touch
are
on the
objective. Okay. And then on this side, we've got the first Bloodthirster moving over the first ruin and still being obscured by this massive ruin here. So some tactics there from Chris. These guys have moved up and advanced. Sadly, got a 1, so did not move up, but they
got the objective,
just enough to get onto the objective exactly. And then this wounded Bloodthirster, which sadly they do degrade in movement, advanced and got a 3. So that's his max movement. He can't do much. These guys advanced as well.
Yeah.
Advanced up, obviously, to get
like a 3 and a 4.
as close as possible to next turn, and obviously again the Skull Crusher coming out to play to get some line of sight onto some of my units. With that said, that is Chris's movement. Let's go on to Psychic Phase.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to start off. Obviously, Bel'akor's the only one. He's doing both his powers on your Chaplain.
Perfect.
So we'll start off with Pool of Despair.
Okay.
Need a 7.
That's okay. Which one was this one?
That's to make you fight last.
This one's the one you really want to reroll, right?
Yep. So
okay.
We'll spend one of my few CP. Just about.
Oh, I thought that was a 1. Okay, so he's fighting last. Obviously, he can't get into combat this turn, but he's thinking about next turn, which is something that's always good to think about.
I need to roll 3d6 and beat your leadership first.
Okay.
So your leadership 9. 9.
You beat it.
I think it's beat it.
Oh, I think you said before. I think you said before that you have to either.
There's always greater than his leadership,
and you can't reroll that.
Nope.
This is good. I like it. So I've made you use the CP to reroll, and then you failed it. Okay. So what else? You've got some more powers, right?
Penumbral Curse,
which is
-1 to wound and AP in combat.
Okay, which is good.
Which goes off
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and there's nothing I can do basically, and that's his 2 powers, right?
That's his 2
Nothing else. Okay, perfect. So that is it. That is Chris's movement, Chris's Psychic Phase. Let's go on to some shooting. Yes, shooting. Okay, we're back. Chris deliberating with himself of what to do. So there's 2 units that can shoot.
Technically there's 3, but he's out of range.
Yes. Now he's just told me that these skull cannons ignore the benefits of cover, which is a massive shame because he's going to target these eliminators, and I was about to like calculate what wounds, what save they would have. But they're not having a save. Well, is it -2?
-2. So you get a 5-up save.
I get a 5-up save compared to a 2-up probably that I would get. So, which is crazy. Yeah. Okay, so are we going to start with this one?
Yeah, start with this one. He's going to shoot the back unit.
Yep, into the back unit. I'm not going to transhuman. I'm going to leave that transhuman for these eliminators now that I've noticed that they don't have a benefit of cover.
Why not say anything?
Okay.
So number of shots. 4 shots.
He's 4 shots. Not bad. Hitting on 4s?
3s.
Oh, 3s. Wow. Demons know how to shoot. Okay,
misses.
3 hits.
And strength 8, so 3's to wound.
2 wounds. No rerolls, right? You don't want to reroll. -2?
-2.
Okay, so 5-ups. +1, 1 goes through. Damage D3 is 2. So one of them is down to 2 wounds, which obviously I won't put it on the sergeant, put it on him. Okay, we move on to the other side, onto the eliminator, sorry. Number of shots is 1.
Excellent.
You're going to keep it, right? Because you just have 1 CP left?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And he misses.
So I giggled because if that would have been the reroll of the CP, would have still been a 1. Okay, so shall we do some charges? Because we might as well. Bel'akor hasn't got any shooting, right?
Nope.
Okay.
So it's got, double check what his charge is. So I need a 4. 4? They get +1. So
okay,
3.
So basically 3. They're in, and Bel'akor's basically in as well.
Yeah, because he's going.
Okay, because the other thing that he could do is come up here, but remember that the fly keyword just goes over units, only over friendly units, I believe. Anyway, so
you can fly over anyone.
Anyone. So he would have to basically move up to there, move up, and then this way. So it's a really long charge. Probably not even possible in this turn. So bye bikes, I guess. No more charges. We'll catch you back for the fight phase. On to the fight phase. Chris opted to fight with the Blood Crushers, just because he wants to show them off a bit. And he knows I'm not going to pay 2 CP because I don't have any. And he knows that Bel'akor will kill them off anyway, so he's going to feature them a bit. Okay, so here we go.
So this is with the Hellblades.
Yep.
So they're hitting 3s, rerolling all these 1s though because of Bel'akor.
Perfect.
Excellent. Even more 1s.
Okay.
And these are strength 6 on the charge.
Okay.
So 3's to wound. So that is damage 2.
And these are -3.
-3.
Okay, so let's do those 6 first. So here we go. -3, so 6 ups. That's 1 goes through, so that is 1 bike dead, and 1's down to 3 wounds. 1 is damage 2, right?
Yep.
Which passes. Any minus on him? Extra minus?
No, just -3 still.
So that is it. So 1's down to 3 wounds.
Then I've got put that there.
1's dead.
Take them off. And then they got the horns.
Okay.
From the Juggernauts. Same again, hit on 3s. No 1s to reroll this time now. He's actually strength 8 on the charge.
Nice. Then 1d1 threes
One
anyway.
of threes. That is 6 saves.
6 saves. Any minus?
-1.
-1. Okay, so
Down.
4 ups. Oh, so that's another bike dead. One's down to 3 wounds. And is there an extra one? With an extra damage? No.
No.
Okay,
No extra damage.
so 1 is down to 3 wounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now Bel'akor, can he move from there?
No, he wouldn't actually be able to get there, I don't think.
Because I would obviously remove...
You would leave him.
Leave because you can't move from there, right?
No.
Perfect.
Because I can't go through there.
Yeah, you've removed them for me, but obviously you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
so...
So these guys, he would move up there.
Okay.
I was hoping to kill him with that, then tag
To
Chaplain.
the Chaplain, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so I strike back.
Yep, you can strike back.
I haven't charged, so I believe I get 4 attacks. Let me just check that really quickly. Okay, 5 attacks in the end. Obviously 3 base for being a sergeant, 1 for being charged, and 1 for the chainsaw, the mighty chainsaw. So here we go. He's hitting on 3s.
Yeah, no minus to it.
No minus to it.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And toughness 4. So
4 wounds, 1 wound. -1 for the chainsaw.
goes
Goes through.
Yep.
Okay. So you just wanted to clear something out, right?
Yeah, I did remember his Lord of Torment aura,
Yes.
which gives you -1 leadership.
Yeah.
But your chaplain's not within 6 when I cast the power. So
Okay. Perfect.
unfortunately, it doesn't. But it does affect that outright
It
now.
does,
Leadership.
which we have to do. So leadership is 8. I think I used the leadership of him. We'll check. We'll roll anyway.
Which means
So-
9 goes down to an 8.
Lost 2.
So you should
That's a
be fine.
4. It's
Even
fine.
on a 6,
Anyway,
you're
yeah,
fine.
even on a 6. But I think I used my chaplain.
Yeah.
My chaplain's leadership. So that is the end of your turn, right? Finishes off, yeah, finishes off turn 1 for both of us.
Yeah.
Let's count up some points and on to turn 2. Movement over for the Crimson Fists. Quite aggressive now, going in for the kill, especially going in for the kill against Bel'akor. So I've moved most of my shooter units to get line of sight and range. So basically everything here is basically in range and line of sight onto Bel'akor. I've stayed put because I want to get a point for Oath of Moment. And the chaplains just moved. Sadly, I will not be able to charge Bel'akor, but I will be charging these blood crushers, exactly. So at least I get something out of it on that side. Moving on to this side, I've stayed put with these guys. I've stayed put with the Leviathan. I've stayed put with the I've moved with the Leviathan and the Intercessors now, so I can get line of sight through this flanking corner here onto the blood crushers moving towards me on this side. So yeah, that is it. Chapter Mastered again. I've given it to. I'm gonna give Chapter Master actually. You have a -1 to hit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to the same one that I have also used the CP for reroll ones, Wisdom of the Ancients, to reroll ones to wounds. And there's no more vehicles on the table which I need to take off this time. So tank hunters is not in play.
I've got no more vehicles.
No more vehicles. Yes.
These are chariots.
Are they chariots? They're not vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I don't need tank hunters right now. Okay, so that is it. That's my movement. These guys are moved into the middle. Like I've said, I've already stated for the chaplain. Now, canticles or litany, sorry, obviously is done at the beginning. I just want to show you the dice rolls. I'm going to give Catechism of Fire onto these bikes here, needing a 3. That is a pass this time, so they will get a +1 to wound against the closest enemy unit, which is obviously Bel'akor, probably.
Is it closest visible?
I think it's visible. We'll check.
Yeah.
And then Benediction of Fury on the chaplain himself, which is a fail. Oh, this is what I really needed, but I can't complain. So that is it for me. Let's go on to shooting. Okay, starting off the shooting phase, we have the chaplain Arturo firing into Bel'akor, hitting on 2s, 3s. Yep. 2 misses, no 6s still to bounce off. And that is 2 wounds on 2 6s.
Nice.
-2 this turn.
I don't care about minuses.
That's true.
1 goes through.
Okay, another wound done. Perfect. Okay, let's go onto these bikes here in the middle. So 12 shots, that's 2, 8, 3 bikes. Hitting on 4s.
No rerolls.
No rerolls of any kind against him, right?
No rerolls at all. Finding CP reroll.
And 2 wounds, yes, right?
Yeah, you get
Okay,
rerolls.
so I'm wounding on 6s.
5s because Catechism.
Yeah, so back to 5s. And I reroll 1s to wound because of the... So 2 wounds.
Another one goes
Another
through.
one goes through. This is how you kill Bel'akor. Okay, next up we've got the. Let's go straight onto the Eradicators. So 2, 4, 6 shots. Again, hitting on. I'm gonna use. I think I'm gonna use. Let me have a little think. I'm probably gonna use the Crimson Fist one to get +1 to hit against characters. Okay, we are back. I am gonna use it, so I'm out of CP now. Slay the Tyrant for 1 CP against characters. Now, would be normally hitting on 4s.
Yeah, 3s normally goes to 4s because of him.
Yeah, back to 3s.
Back to 3s.
Okay, so here we go. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
No rerolls.
Oh, no rerolls. That hurts. Okay, I'm wounding on -1 to wound as well, right? So I would be wounding on 3s, so back to 4s. That is sadly for you, Chris, 3 wounds. 4 ups, 2 pass. You do have a CP. Do you want to?
I will CP reroll.
Okay, good choice.
No,
Obviously,
of course not.
2d6. Does he -1 damage?
No.
Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8 damage on him. How many is he left?
5.
5 left. Okay. Okay, let's go on to these Contemptors, trying to finish him off. So I'm going to start with the 2 missiles first. Hitting. This is the chapter mastered, but obviously I don't get rerolls, so it doesn't really matter. Look at that smile. Well, you won't be smiling.
No, he's going to die this time.
So missiles hitting on 4s. No shots. 2 las cannons hitting on 4s. 2 hits. 2 wounds.
4s to wound, yeah?
Yep. -3. Both saved. Okay. And then we've got the 8 4 kites. 2, 4, 6, 8. Hitting on 4s. Okay. No rerolls of any kind. And wounding on 6s. Yeah, where's your toughness? Okay, Chris. Sadly, I reroll 1s as well. Okay, so 3 mortal wounds, and in addition,
it's down to 2.
Now, what's your armor save?
6 up.
Okay, so straight onto your invulnerable save.
So I fail 1 that he's dead.
Yes.
Oh, look, he's dead.
Oh, he is dead. No CP. That's Bel'akor removed. How easy was that? Wow. Okay, we're back. I actually said I was going to shoot the next Contemptor into the next Dreadnought, but I forgot that this is obscuring, so I actually can't see that Dreadnought. And because of the walls, Bloodthirster, and because the Dreadnought can't see into the Bloodthirster, and because of the high walls, I can't see any of the other units. So we're going to move on to this side. We're going to do 3 Eliminators into your Bloodthirster.
They can see.
They can clearly see. Hitting on 2s, that's 3 hits. And wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
Proper vulnerable saves. Yeah.
Oh, pass this time. Perfect. Okay. Next up, we're going to go into these guys. We're going to have 5 shots from them. 2 exploding 6s.
Who are these on?
Into your blood crushers, yeah. Wounding on 4s, I believe.
Yeah, toughness 4.
Toughness 4 still, right? So 4 go through.
Yep.
-2, so down to your invulnerable save.
2
wounds. Are they 4 wounds each or 3?
4.
4. Okay, and then we're going to go on to the Leviathan. So that's 8 shots and 2. No, sorry, that's 6 shots, 8, and then 2, 4, 6. I need 2 more dice. Here we go.
You're going into blood crush as well, yeah?
Into the blood crushers, yes. Because of the.
And you can see the blood.
I'll go into the blood crushers. They're a bit closer. Okay, so I'm hitting on 3s. That's not bad. Can't complain about that. And then wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Oh, that's not bad. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wounds, Chris, at a -1. So you're straight onto your invulnerable save. Do you have a good armor save on them? Or 4 up? So yeah, straight onto your invulns.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kills 1, 2, 3, and 4 dead.
Wow.
So that leaves just the banner left.
Wow. Okay, that wasn't nice at all. And I've just seen these guys. No one's doing retrieve knockdown data this turn, just because I needed to shoot as much as possible. So that is it. I think that's all my shooting.
Does the Outrider have a pistol?
He does have a pistol. Let's quickly do that. That's a thing. So it doesn't matter. And then these guys didn't have to shoot. There's nothing else they can shoot at. So we're going straight onto charges. I might as well quickly charge.
Yep.
So Chaplain going in hot. He makes it in. Let's go into combat coming up next. Here we go, Chaplain Arturo, named after my dad. We'll be going into the Blood Crusher. So he's hitting on 2s here. Oh, that's not good. 3 1s there, Chris.
Excellent.
Do I have any CP? No, I don't, right? And then I'm wounding on 3s. Oh, Arturo is not doing very well. That is only 1 going through. -2, damage 3. Can I kill 1? Yes, I kill 1.
Because he's wounded.
Okay, perfect. So now it's your turn, or is it my turn? It's
me.
It's your turn.
Yeah. So I'm all in base contact anyway, and I will fight into your Outrider.
Perfect.
1, 2.
Everybody's going into the Outrider? Yeah. Okay, trying to kill him off, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is the thingy attacks. So just hitting on 3s.
Okay. And then
Wound on 3s.
wound on 3s.
So those are damage 2.
Okay. So shall we do those first?
Yep. So
Damage 2 first.
-3.
-3. So 6 ups. No, that is him killed straight away. You could have put a couple into the Chaplain maybe.
Yeah, but I'd rather kill him.
Straight and make sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is it. That is it for my turn. I don't think there's any more charges I want to do. Obviously, these guys could have charged into the Bloodthirster, but no one wants to do that.
No, you want to hold the middle anyway to
Exactly.
get that.
Points. So I think I get at the end of my turn.
Yes.
So I think I get those 2 points.
Plus Oath, you might be
Plus
holding
Oath, Oath is at the end, so you probably are going to remove me from there.
Yeah.
So that is it for me.
So I've got morale tests.
Okay.
So I've lost 1 here.
Okay. You always have to roll, see if you get some back.
Nope.
Nope. Ooh.
And over here, I can't actually fail because I use his leadership attack.
Oh, you can't.
No.
So can you still roll?
I can still roll, yeah.
Okay.
So I couldn't fail over there either. Give me a 1.
Yeah, it is a 1. So D3 back, or is it
No,
just
just 1?
Just 1 for
I
those
believe
type
it's
of
just
units?
1.
Okay, we'll check that anyway. And yeah, that is it for turn 2 Crimson Fists. Let's go on to turn Khorne coming up next. Okay, we're back. Movement now over for the Khorne Demons. Again, like Khorne, they are all moving towards my ranks. We've got the 2 Bloodthirsters in the middle shifting up, getting into range of some cheeky charges. We've got an 8-inch charge with this one, and obviously he can't fail this charge. But these bikes have actually made it quite difficult for him.
Yes. So if those bikes weren't there, then he would have jumped up basically where the bikes are.
Yes.
Charged the aggressors.
Exactly. So another thing is, I'm not in Oath of Moment range at the moment, just because this is not wholly within 6 inches. So I won't be scoring those 2 points. He has fallen back with these Skull Crushers, still being on the objective to grant me it. 3 inches away from my heroically intervening, and he's going to try and do some damage with his Skull Cannon. From reserves dropping in, we do have this unit of 10 Bloodletters, 9 inches away from the castle here in the middle. And then on this side, we've got the Skull Crushers with the newly back from the warp Skull Crusher moving up the field. Remember that you can place him at the front, can you? So the charge has been shortened quite considerably. We've got the Hound still on the objective here, hiding away. Quite an important objective on this side. And obviously the Skull Cannon still getting into line of sight to these guys. So no psychic phase anymore, Chris. Ha ha ha. Let's go straight on to shooting coming up next. First Skull Cannon shooting into the Chaplain first. D6 shots. He does have a cheeky reroll if he wants, but that's okay.
Yeah.
4
So
3
hits.
Obviously 2 misses. And 4's to wound.
3's to wound.
No, I always have transhuman on.
Okay, so yeah, so 1 wound,
So-
-2.
-2, so 4 up is a pass.
Cool.
Yay! Okay, and then does he have? He has some shots, right?
Yep, he's got his lash. He's going to go for the aggressors.
Okay, perfect.
There's
Are
no
they damage 2?
Damage D3.
Damage D3. Sorry, 3. So they can actually kill some. Okay,
So D3 shots, 2 shots.
here's 2. Hitting on 2s.
Both hit.
Wounding on
3s.
3s.
Strength 7. So
1 wound.
Yep.
-2.
-2.
So 5 up is a pass.
Cool.
And then lastly, we've got the other Skull
Yep.
Cannon.
And he's going to go for those eliminators again.
Again, into the eliminators, obviously ignoring the cover. Number of shots
It's 3.
is 3.
And hit on 3s.
Okay.
Wound on 3s. 1 wound.
1 wound only. -2, right?
Yep.
So 5 ups is a pass. Okay,
So that went about as expected.
yes. Shall we do some charges?
Yeah, let's do it. So I will roll for his charge anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That's whatever he
So
wants.
obviously he wants to make me not move into the 6 inches, but obviously I will be removing him first as a casualty. And no charges on this side. Let's go on to the newly deep striked bloodletters.
Yep.
Needing a 9.
Need an 8.
8. Because
you got the horse.
You got to get +1.
So
and you reroll this as well, right?
No, I have to be within 6 inches of a character to get the reroll.
Ooh.
So I'm just going for the eliminators.
Just the eliminators, okay. That is a 10, more than enough there. We'll move them later on. Needing a 9 here. Quite an important charge here. Let's try and reduce this flank on this side. Oh, he is angry. So he's a 12, and then you need the 6 there?
6 to go into the Marines there.
Into the Marines only. Oh, that is an 8. So Khorne is angry. The dice gods are with Chris, at least for the charge phase. Let's go into the fight phase coming up next. Okay, we're back. It's Khorne time. Blood Crushers fighting in first. We're going to make our way through the battlefield because I do not have any CP, so it's all Chris and nothing else. So, Blood Crushers first.
Yep. So hitting on 3s.
Okay.
That was
no rerolls, right?
No rerolls.
No rerolls, okay.
Bel'akor's only source of rerolls.
Yep. I'm going to get some dice before we roll.
Wound on 3s. That is 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay. Minus?
-3.
-3. Both failed damage?
Damage is 1 apiece.
1 apiece, so 1 dead.
Yep.
Okay.
The Juggernauts.
4 hits.
These are actually strength 8, so 2's to wound. 4 wounds.
4 wounds.
-1.
That's another wound. Damage?
Damage 1 apiece.
Damage 1, so 1's wounded. Perfect.
Not
not
2
that.
wounds. -1.
2, sorry, yeah, 2 wounds, so it's another 1 dead. Perfect. Bloodthirster next.
Yep.
Does he lose? He gets extra attacks once he goes down?
So he's lost 2 attacks.
Yeah.
No, it's Scarbrand that goes up.
Okay.
So he's lost 2 attacks, he's got 4 base, +1 for charging.
Perfect.
So, and he's hitting on 3s. So that's a miss, but that 6 gives him an additional hit.
Okay.
2's to wound.
Yeah. Minus?
-4.
Is it -4? Okay.
I believe so.
Damage is probably high as well. Let's just check quickly that.
Yeah. It's D6, but I rolled 2D6, pick the highest.
Okay. So we still have to roll then.
Yeah, it's -4.
-4. Okay, so they go straight through. Basically, you need
so more
than double 1. So that's 1 dead.
Second one,
2 dead, and that third one you do have 4 ones.
Yep.
Okay, so eliminators, basically a dust, a mist, blood mist, just nothing on there. Okay, we move ahead. So
the other bloodthirster.
Bloodthirster, next bloodthirster into the bikes. One of them already wounded.
Yep. So he's got lots of attacks here. 8 attacks, hits on 2s.
Okay.
So that gives me an extra hit.
Yep.
And so does the other 6. And these are strength 12 on the charge.
Okay.
2's to wound. That's the bike's dead.
Okay.
So that's 7 wounds, -4.
And damage?
D6, minimum 3.
Okay, so that's
1,
them dead.
2, 3 dead.
Okay, I'll remove them in a short while. What we're going to do, we're going to get some dice whilst I remove the bikes, and we'll come back for this charge. Here we go, bloodletters into the Eradicators and Pedro Kantor. Pedro Kantor did heroically intervene, obviously because he is the leader of the Crimson Fists. He has to, right?
I thought the other guys were Warlord though.
Yes, but he is the leader. I haven't said Warlord. And Chris has heroically intervened into this Contemptor. So, yeah, let's do this. Everything's going into the Eradicators. Piled into the Contemptor, yeah. So, are you going everything into Eradicators?
Yeah, I've only got 21 attacks.
Okay. Yeah, so hitting on 3s?
Hit on 3s.
Okay.
That's a lot of misses.
1s and 2s being removed. And then wounding on
4s.
4s because of my high toughness.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and these are -3.
Yep, so it's 1 at damage 2.
Okay, let's do that one
3.
first. So 6 up. No, and then 3 at 6 ups. Okay, so 1's dead and 1's down to 2 wounds.
Yep.
That's it, right?
That's it.
Okay, so let's do Pedro Kantor first. Hero intervenes, so he gets 6 attacks. He's hitting on 3s because of the Power Fist. And wounding on 2s. 3 wounds for now.
3 dead.
That's 3 dead. And then the Dreadnoughts hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of Kantor. And wounding on 3s. That is toughness, sorry?
Toughness 3.
No, so wounding on 2s. So 4 wounds anyway.
Yeah, it's 2
That's
more.
another 2. And then we've got 2 from each Eradicator. 1 for the Sergeant. 1 for charging, being charged. And one of them is dead. True. So there you go. And then the extra attack that Kantor gives to core units. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okay, a lot of 2s. And wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1 still for Wisdom of the Ancients. So 4 wounds.
Are they cool?
They are core, yes.
Hey, there's 4 more dead.
4 more dead, yeah.
That leaves me with just 1 left.
Okay, I'm happy about that.
Surprisingly, would be the banner.
Okay, so that is it. I don't have any leaderships. Was anything you've touched? It's only 2 on this one, 2 on this one, so I don't
need to attack back there.
I do need to attack back there. Have you tagged the Leviathan as well? Okay, and we would have to do a leadership there. So let me quickly do the attacks on this side. That is 2, 4, 6, and 1 for the Sergeant. They've been charged, so an extra 3. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on Strength Toughness.
4.
4 to wound. So that is 5 wounds, Chris.
Toughness
4 on that massive rhino, demon rhino.
no AP, right?
No AP.
So 4 ups. 2.
2 go through. Okay, and the Leviathan hasn't been charged, right?
No.
4 attacks, 2 hits. Wounding on 3s, 1 wound. Saved. Okay, so leadership there?
Come on.
No, he runs,
yeah,
right?
He runs.
Okay. And then anything to do here?
Nope, you didn't kill any.
Didn't kill any. And I'm still in combat, which is a problem. Okay, so I believe we've done everything.
I think so.
That's it. That's turn 2 done and sorted. Let's count up some points and go on to turn 3 Crimson Fists. Okay, movement finished for turn 3 for the Crimson Fists. Trying to remove especially this Blood Thirster, but obviously I really want to remove this one before it gets into my Leviathan. 3 wounds left. It shouldn't be that difficult, but this is when the dice are fickle and I start rolling badly. So, Chapter Mastered the Aggressors, and I have again used my last CP, or my new CP for this turn, for Wisdom of the Ancients on this Contemptor. So everybody there will be rerolling 1s to wound. Eradicator's also moving up, just to get the half damage, the extra 2 for half damage. And basically I've just shuffled up the Chaplain on bike. These guys have come in from reserve and will be doing retrieve Nakamura data for my second, and obviously it is turn 3, so I do need to bring all my reserves. These guys have come in on this one and hopefully be doing this table quarter on this side for a total of 8 points at least. With that said, let's do the Canticles on camera again. Canticle of Hate first to reroll all hits, and then I'm gonna do Benediction of Fury. Yes, both pass now. Now he is a boss, he is a tank, and I'm ready to get into combat this turn. With that said, let's go on to shoot. Starting on the left flank, we've got the Leviathan firing into combat. -1 because it is a heavy weapon, so hitting on 4s. Okay, remove all the 1s, 2s, and 3s, which there's a lot of. Just 5 gone through from 16 hits. And 3 wounds.
3?
Yeah, -1 here.
5s.
Okay.
So 2 go through,
2 go
that's
through.
1 dead.
That is 1 dead. We've got the Flamers. 2d6 is a 9. I'm not going to complain about that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Strength 5, toughness 4, wounding on 3s. And that's another 3, 6, 7. 7 wounds, Chris.
-1?
-1, yes, sir. So that's
him
another
dead.
1 dead.
That's
You do have a
him.
CP, right?
I do, yeah.
Do you want to do it? I do have 2 pistol shots, 3 pistol shots.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, so he does survive, and now the 3 pistol shots. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
Oh, he does survive. Okay, so I'll have to get him in combat. Let's move on to the Contemptors next. I'm going to do the one here in the back that can't see the Skull Cannon, just in case if I kill this one, I'll shoot into the Skull Cannon with the other one. So 2 missiles in first. That's 1 hit. and the wound. That's all I need.
4 up.
4 up
Yeah.
is a pass. Why a 4 up?
The arm of Scorn,
That's
right?
the one of 4 up. Okay, so let's do the 2 las cannons. That's 2 hits. That is 1 wound. Okay, no CP.
Nope.
D6 damage is the 1.
Do I ignore it? No.
Just 1 damage there. Okay, so I'm going to have to do the Volkite. So 4, 5, 6. This is the problem with the las cannons. They're far too expensive. They should be like, they're paying 25 points each. They should be like dart lances, minimum damage of 3.
Yeah, it should.
Or 2d3 at least. So you're doing a minimum of 2. So this is the Volkites. These are all hits. Rerolling 1s for wisdom. So 5 to wound, right?
Yep.
1 mortal wound and minus and no minus.
So 2 saves. He's got 2 up armor save.
Ooh, nice.
Then the mortal wound. Nah.
No. Does that kill him?
Nope, he's on 1 wound left.
1 wound left. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire... Let me check the stats on Dawn's Arrow. I might fire him first. Okay, we're back. Dawn's Arrow trying to finish off a Bloodthirster. How epic is that? Hitting on 2s. No rerolls. And strength 4, so I'm wounding on 5s. That's 2 wounds.
Whoa.
Minus 1 here, Chris. So 3 up saves. Oh, that is the 2 you do not want. Damage 2.
So just on double 6, yeah?
Double 6 to survive.
No.
No. Ooh, 1 6. So that is another Bloodthirster. Do they
No.
explode, these guys?
No.
Okay.
That is Warlord as well.
That is the Warlord for 4 points, which I'm happy about. Okay, next up, we're going to do the 2 Eradicators firing into this Bloodthirster here. That is re-rolling 1s. So that's 3 hits. And wounding on 3s. Oh, I didn't want those 2s. Just 1 goes through.
Back up. Yeah.
Oh, so what I will do is then I'll fire all that that Contemptor into him as well. I won't risk it with the small lance fire from the aggressors. So this is the missiles, re-rolling 1s, and wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. That is 2 wounds, minus 2.
Both go
Both
through.
go through. D6 damage is 10.
Leave them on 6 left.
Okay, we've got the 2 las cannons. Let's do those first. Re-rolling 1s. That's 1 hit. That is no wounds. And then we've got the Volkites. 2, 4, 6, 8. Re-rolling 1s.
So many rerolls.
Crazy, yeah? And this is nothing compared to, remember when they started? So that's 2 mortal wounds and strength 6, right?
Yes.
So 3 saves at no minus. He has a 3 up, right?
3 up, yeah.
So damage 2
Leaves him on 1 wound.
and 2 mortal wounds.
That's including the mortal wounds.
Why? Because, you rolled.
He was on 6. We're down to 4.
You took them off already.
4. Actually, he's on 2.
He's on 2.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to roll the 5 missiles on the top to show you guys how many shots they have from the top. And then I'll do all the hits, all the wounds, and we'll come back for the saving throws. We are back like magic. Do you want to tell them how many wounds I did?
This many?
Right.
18 wounds.
18 wounds. So remember that the gauntlets exploded on 6s as well. I did get a lot of 6s as well. And I was wounded on 5s, which I got a lot of as well, which helped me a lot. So minus 1 of these. We're still on the Assault Doctrine.
So 4. Oh, look, he's
Tactical Doctrine, sorry.
Yeah.
Tactical Doctrine. So
Yeah.
he's dead, right?
Yeah, that's 7 wounds go through.
Okay. No feel, no pain on him?
Nope.
And now, does he come back on a 4?
Ah, good point, yes. How much you go back?
That's very important, Chris. You
So
can't forget
end
that.
of the phase.
Yep.
You got no more shooting anyway. Nope.
Obviously,
Never does.
and you actually said off camera that it just never happened.
Never.
Never happened.
So it's still a very good ready.
It's very good for because
Because-
you're not paying.
But the axe still makes it minimum damage 3, so you get a bonus anyway.
And how many wounds does he come back with, the Bloodthirst?
D6, but he has the exaltability of cameras double.
Okay.
So if I roll high, he can still be in top profile.
It's pretty good. I would risk it for biscuit for that.
3 up at least it should be, I think.
Exactly. 4 up is 50-50.
Yeah.
But, anyway, that is all my shooting.
Chaplain shoots.
Chaplain has to shoot, yeah, because he's out of combat. 4 shots. That's 4 hits. Goes to wounds. That's 2 wounds at minus 2.
5 ups. Nope.
Okay, so 2 wounds there. And then I'm charging him as the only unit charging in. And he makes it. Okay, I'm just giggling away because he just asked me how many attacks I had. I said 7. He said, oh. He said,
What strength?
I said 8. So wounding on 2s. He said, oh. And then he said, and they're damage 3, aren't they? I'm like, no, damage 4 with Benediction of Fury. Yeah. So crazy. Yeah, he is a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
So here we go. Hitting on 2s. All hits. And wounding on 2s. With a toughness 4, right?
Yep.
Okay, no mortal wounds, but that's 2, 4, 6 wounds at -2, I believe, for Benediction of Fury. Doesn't come
as long
into
as it's
play.
-1.
Yeah, it is -2.
Cool. Fire up. Come on.
No, that's damage 4 pop. So I could have killed up to 4. Killed 3, that's all I needed. And yeah, that is him, a wrecking ball indeed. That finishes off the turn.
No, it doesn't.
Why not? I know we've got these guys back. I just want to mention that I shouldn't have shot at him. And like Chris says, I should have charged him and got into the middle for ultimate moment and for those extra 2 points.
Well, no, you get those 2
because you were on the middle already, which is cool.
Yep.
Your turn to strike here.
Yep. So I'll go with the sword attacks first.
Okay.
2 hits.
2 hits, yeah. And 2 wounds.
That's damage 2.
Okay, let's do that one first. That's a fail, so 1 dead.
Damage 1.
And that's him. 1 wound. So 2 left. One of them being this. Ah, you've got the Rhino, right?
2 hits. 2 wounds. -1.
-1.
There's just damage 1 as well.
He's dead.
Roll
Right?
another dice.
Why?
I did 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, so just the sergeant left.
Yep.
Can he be the hero? 3 attacks on him. Hitting on 3s. Ah, he's on 1 wound, isn't he?
Yeah.
Force 2 wounds. That's a 6. That's the mark of the SN. And that's him dead. Wow, the hero of the day. No leadership again, just 2 lost here. That was brutal. I don't see any greater demons in sight. Let's call it turn 3 over for Crimson Fist. Let's count some points and see what Chris wants to do. Okay, we've counted up the points. It's getting difficult for Chris. There's not a lot of units, but you do want to... Khorne doesn't give up, right?
No. Not yet, at least.
Yeah. So you still have the 2 chariots, which you can get a possible 2 kills with them, and that will make you get grinded down. No,
you kill 4 units.
Killed 4, yeah.
So it's very doubtful. But
very doubtful. You still are on this objective.
still on this objective.
On this objective as well with your blood letters. Let's take a look because from this angle you basically can't see them. So he is on 4. He has scored 8 points for his primary at least, and he does want to kill this model at least, and his newly painted model does want to get into combat. That's why he's here for.
Needs to taste blood.
Exactly. So he's going to carry on and see what happens from there. Shooting, straight on shooting, right?
We'll start here, point blank in your face.
Okay.
Number shots. Excellent.
Excellent.
I will use my CPU roll.
Okay.
That's better.
That's 4 times better. Hitting on 3s.
Yep. Drop 1. Wound on 4s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
4 ups.
4 ups. Pass 1 goes 1 through.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay, so I believe he's got 6. So 3 left on him.
So there's a chance I can kill him.
There is a chance. There is a chance. Okay, what's up next?
Over here.
Same. Are you going into the Leviathan?
There's no point. Because there's D3 chance that it's going to do that.
And it's -1 damage as well.
So I'm going to kill him.
Okay.
Number
Try
shot.
and kill him. That's
5.
5. That's a good start. Hitting on all hits. That's a full house. And 2 to wound with our strength 8.
So 4 wounds.
4 wounds. -2. Ah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Sergeant there, who was a hero just 5 minutes ago, is now in a grave.
Yep. And charging, I need a 4 there.
Yep, go ahead. I don't have any...
11,
Ooh,
I think
11.
he's in.
He's angry. Okay, and then you're going to charge here, which you can't fail.
Nope.
So I'm just going to push you in.
So and 5 plus to do a mortal wound on the charger as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do. Taking him down to 2. Perfect. Let's go on to the fight phase. Mr. Pardo here, the assault intercessor comes in first. You see Mr. Pardo there. Has brought me a lot of luck, hasn't he?
No, I don't like this.
He's like my voodoo doll. So you don't touch him. Let's put him back where he was. Perfect there. Okay, so we've just noticed that the chaplain on bike has 7 wounds, so he's back to 3, not 2. That was made Chris a bit sad.
Yeah, because I needed 1 6 to wound, and you failed. You saved him. He's dead. But I need you to fail 2 6.
Yeah, sadly. Okay, so we're going to start with this combat here. Chariots going into the Warlords for today. Hitting on 3s.
Yep, mighty 3 attacks. There we go. The dream's dead.
Just one here. The dream's dead already.
That's a wound.
That's a wound. -2, right?
-3.
-3. So 4 up. Is it fail? Damage
so that
is...
would have killed him.
That
damage 2.
That would have killed him, but you haven't.
No.
You haven't, sir. So we move on to this guy. What was his name again?
Skullmaster.
Yes.
Yeah, got the advantage. Took the entire game.
Okay. So how many attacks have you got?
4 attacks with the sword.
Okay.
Hits on 2s. Excellent.
Obviously.
Strength 7.
1 wound.
-3.
5 up. Remember when they had a 4 up in combat, the Leviathans?
No. That's 2 damage, goes down to 1 damage.
Okay. So he's down to 13 wounds, Chris.
And Juggernaut.
Okay.
These are wounding on 3s. Excellent.
1 wound. -1. Is okay because I do have a 2-up save. Yeah. Okay. So
at that point, we're going to call the game.
Yeah, we're going to call the game because if you would have killed at least this unit, you would have had him to shoot into the aggressors.
Stranglehold as well.
Yeah, it's too difficult. So friendly fist bump. A bad day for the demons, a good day for the Crimson Fists, and we're going to talk about it in the end of game conclusion. But it's quite funny because I have been playing Marines against the newer codexes lately, and they've been killed really, really easily. And now I fight an older codex, and this is what actually has happened. So let's talk about it all in the end of game conclusion, and we'll catch you back in a second. So there we have it, the end of the game. A brutal win to the Crimson Fists. I'm happy about that because the Fists haven't been doing very well lately, but then again, I'm playing Chaos Demons.
Yeah, you just needed a punching bag.
I just needed a punching bag, exactly. So, yeah, I think it was devastating. 2 turns of shooting, you know, the Volkites complementing the last cannons with the missiles, a lot of re-rolling again, which is the main thing about Space Marines. And obviously, when they go through, you just have a very limited saving throw, which you were missing more than.
Well, the thing is, 5 up involves or 4 ups on Bel'akor, and the thing guy is just 50-50.
And once Bel'akor died as well, he is like the rock of that list, right? It's all downhill after that.
Yeah, as I said, he can when I'm rolling well, he can soak up so much firepower that it's just throw your whole army at him. He stands good.
Exactly.
Next.
Yeah. And something that I was thinking about was the base on the Soul Grinder is so big that you can't really hide him behind anything.
Well, to be fair, he shouldn't have a base.
He shouldn't have?
No, he doesn't come with a base.
Okay.
I'll put that on because it looks better.
I really like the base. And I've
ties him into the army, and it just is so ambiguous if you don't have the base. It's like you measure the legs, which all move.
Exactly.
So it's like,
to tell you the truth, every time I played against one, they've had a base on. Yeah. That's why I was a bit confused when you said.
Defilers, Soul Grinders don't come with bases.
Okay, interesting. Let's talk a bit about the demons because look, we've seen what the Marines have done, and going again into something I said a couple of minutes ago was like I've been feeling the Codex sweep so much against Marines that now playing this was a bit of fresh air, but a bit too much on the other side. And there's not much to talk about in general. I wasn't really playing the mission itself. I was just blasting things off the table until there was no further mission and I could just score points.
You called it what? End of turn 3. Now turn 4, you can easily move up the centre.
Yes.
Score your points for holding that.
Get the extra 2 points for the mission. Start scoring primary points. Yeah, it's all downhill from there. But let's talk a bit about the demons, right? They're in a bad place. But especially Khorne Daemons.
Yeah.
You played an event last week.
Yeah.
And you took a mix, right?
I took Bel'akor with Nurgle Demons and Khorne Daemons.
Yes, and you were saying to me that the Nurgle is the resilient part, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what you need is, like I said, I took a big unit of 30 Plague Bearers, which they're impossible to chew through pretty much. The Great and Clean One and Rotigus, like Josh's army again, and it's just...
Again, it's really resilient.
Yeah. So it's just... And they slowly move up the field, and then when they get in your lines, they hit hard as well.
Yeah, they do. They do, with the extra damage and all that. What I see very weird is that, obviously, taking Tzeentch off, because Tzeentch is specifically like for casting and spells and things like that. If you talk about Slaanesh, Nurgle, and Khorne, we have the Nurgle being more resilient than all 3, and Slaanesh being better in combat than all 3. So that leaves Khorne in a place where it's like, what are we the best of? And you are the best of nothing, really.
They
right?
should be the best at fighting, but
Yeah.
because comparing Bloodletters to Demonettes,
Yes.
I get 1 attack each. They get 2 attack base.
I know.
Unit 20, they get an extra attack.
Toughness 3 as well. Low toughness on the Bloodletters. You know.
Yeah.
They're like
They're
demonic,
strength 4, but
lava breathing, fire breathing
Yeah.
demons, and I think that's something that is really bad for them, because if you think about it, I think Slanesh should be the faster army.
Yeah.
Nurgle should be the tougher army, whilst Khorne should be the one that wants to get stuck in and does the damage. And as you saw before, like a unit of 10 Bloodletters went into 3 Eradicators and killed 1, because you still have to hit, you still have to wound at the toughness of 5. And I was telling him, like, those blades you can give them -4. If you're getting 1 attack each, just give them a -4. Let them wound, and if the wound goes through, let it go straight through.
I'm saying even like their banner, okay, it gives them a 3d6 charge.
Yeah.
Once per game. It's good.
Hmm?
But at the same time, it's like the Plague Bearer one.
Yeah.
You can, if you upgrade their banner, it makes their weapons damage 2 for
I know.
So it's like it
That
makes
would
them
have been
so much more.
that would have been amazing for Bloodletters. But anyway, nothing we can do. Just look forward to what's coming, because we know at least it's not like a new codex that is slowly dying like Marines. It's something that you look forward to, and hopefully you get a good one. Because to tell you the truth, all the codexes that are coming out are pretty good.
Hopefully, don't have too long to wait either. I've seen some rumors that like Chaos Space Marine is going to be April, and then Demons are going to be in May.
Yeah, I would have thought that it comes quite together.
Yeah.
Especially as you can still soup up with Chaos Demons and Chaos Marines, even with the new updated rules. So I'm really looking forward to it. At the moment, we do have the Khorne Demons. We do have some Nurgle Demons. Hopefully, we get Josh's army soon. And
once it stays here for like what, 3-4 months?
6 months. It's ours.
6
so we
months?
just have 2 months to wait.
Ah, it's easy.
Yeah,
He's not coming
exactly.
back for that.
So we do have a good range of demons to play. But anyway, with that said, again, thank you for joining us. If you want more content, remember we do have SN Plus, both on here on YouTube and on our website. For extra daily, so extra weekly content, bar reports, chats, access to our Discord, the worldwide Discord. And yeah, it's just a really, really good community. So you're welcome to join us if you want and support us at the same time. And with that said, we'll catch you back in the next bar report coming very soon.